is up, wrestling fans? This is Kayfabe Chronicles with your host, JP. It is Sunday night. It is 8 p.m. Central Time, and you know what time it is. It is time for this week's weekly live stream, and it all starts right now. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. Well, if it is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Partake in the chat room to the left-hand side, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to click that little bell notification for any time that we go live or for all the other crazy videos that we do upload. Remember, we do go live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for the nights of pay-per-views, which we will always cover after the pay-per-view is done. And of course, make sure to check us out on our Facebook page and also our Twitter account up above. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fine. My Winnipeg Jets have won Game 1 on the Western Conference Finals against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. It is madness in the town right now. This is the farthest we have ever been in the NHL playoffs. It's going crazy. Like I said, I've been pretty safe so far. I've been kind of hanging back at my place, not really going to the downtown parties because it is nuts. Like, they're cramming like 25,000, 30,000 people into that, like, couple block radius, which is more people than the actual arena holds. Great time to be a Jet fan in my hometown. Everybody's absolutely loving every single thing that is going on right now. So what is on this week's agenda? Well, you guys have read in the description down below. Lots of stuff going on in regards to the women's division, WWE, in WWE and NXT wise. A lot of crazy angles that are possibly going to happen. Maybe there's some hinting of some things. There's some other things. There's some changes. There's some stuff we wish would happen that they would just pull the frickin' trigger on already. And we're going to talk about most of that tonight. So co-branded pay-per-view. Very next one coming up is Money in the Bank. Really good opportunity for some of the women to shine, and we will discuss that a little bit later in regards to this. So I think we should just cut right to the chase and talk about Bayley. You know, Bayley is one of those. It's a tragic story, I guess. The best way to explain it is like she was queen shit in NXT. It was great. I loved her. The fans loved her. She got moved up to the main roster. She was good. People were buying it, but just nothing was really happening. Like, they didn't really know where to put her in regards to any major feuds. I think the biggest thing they dropped the ball on her was in regards to her winning the Raw Women's Championship, beating Charlotte at just kind of a derpy regular kind of thing, like on Monday Night Raw, a couple weeks before WrestleMania. In my opinion, they should have saved it until WrestleMania and give her that big WrestleMania moment. But the big thing that's going on right now is, where does Bayley fit in regards to anything? They've been talking about pushing her as a heel for months now, almost a year, and yet they haven't done it. She teamed up with Elias during the Mixed Mag Challenge. A lot of people thought that it was going to happen there, but even then, it didn't happen. Then she kind of had this feud with Sasha Banks, which is great. I love it when her and Sasha fight one another. It's amazing. It's stuff that dreams are made of. But for some reason, it's kind of phased away and dwindled. They kind of touched a little bit about it. They keep kind of hinting at it, but that's another blown opportunity. They should have had them fight at WrestleMania. So the main question is what's going to happen? Are they going to finally pull the trigger and make her heel? Right now, the Raw Women's Division is kind of all over the place. Like, you got Sasha, that's a tweener. Like, she's heel, but she's not. They have Bayley, that's a face, but she could be heel. They have Nia Jax, which is the face champion, but she's much better as a heel. I don't know what's going on in the Raw Women's Division right now. There's too much stuff going on, and it's really directionless. So I really have nothing that I can actually talk about it right now. I'll bring some more light in regards to a little bit later on in some of the upcoming matches, but they just need to just get their shit together with it already, because it's confusing as hell. Like, what the audience wants, maybe it's not best for the company, but they need something right now, because right now the women's division on Raw is garbage, and that hurts a lot coming from me, considering that I'm like one of the biggest women's wrestling fans going right now, in my opinion. I just don't get what's going on. It is confusing as hell. It is really confusing as hell. All right, I see we got some stuff in the chat room. Let's go check it out. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you doing this wonderful evening? Welcome to the show. The moments of bliss have been great, though. There you go. Thank you for that one shining moment. I fully agree. The moments of bliss. I'm going to talk about Alexa Bliss a little bit later on. But I'll admit the anti-bullying campaign with Alexa Bliss leading into Backlash was absolutely hilarious. Some great writing, uh, great heel work by Alexa Bliss. I loved every single. If it was a weekly segment from now forever, I would love everything about it. Absolutely spot on. Thank you so much for that comment. It's great. Like, yeah, just and that's the thing is like she's so good as a heel, and just like right now, like I see what they want to do with Nia Jax as the champion. It's just there needs to be something else. Like I'm glad that they've kind of drifted away from the Alexa Nia feud right now because that was kind of growing stale. But who knows what's going to happen with Money in the Bank coming up? Opens up tons of opportunities, tons of opportunities. Next thing I want to talk about in regards to heel turns, Becky Lynch. Becky has been like the face, like the absolute baby face on the SmackDown division since day one. She was the number one draft pick female wise for SmackDown. She was the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. Um, but as of lately, like she's not winning. Let's let's just cut the crap. She's not winning. Um, granted, like they're having her as like as a veteran losing to kind of push the younger talent. I get that, but when she's losing clean, that's where I have the issue with this. If you want to push young talent heel wise, having them beat Becky clean isn't the way to do it. Having them cheat to beat Becky, okay, I can see that, but having them beat a veteran like Becky Lynch clean doesn't really show a lot for it. Shows a lot for the heel, like, hey, you beat him without cheating, but what does it show towards Becky Lynch? And that's what really bugs me. Like, she's been on a huge losing slump for a long time now. And I think if they were to do a heel turn, Becky is most likely the person to do so. And I bet you it's going to happen Money in the Bank wise. I bet you during that match something's going to happen. It's finally going to throw her over the edge, and just going to cause her to be the next big heel. And to be honest, I would love to see that. Becky Lynch is one of my favorite wrestlers going today, and you know what? And she's got a mean streak. So let's make her heel and see how she can do that. It would really put her face back on the map, in my opinion. So yeah, Becky doing a heel turn at Money in the Bank, I am fully for that. Anyone else fully for that? I think we can all agree that Becky needs something. I was really shocked when she wasn't moved over to Raw during the Superstar shakeup and Bayley wasn't moved to SmackDown. I think they should have just done an even trade, give each one of those ladies something new, something different. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, and the world is very confused about that. Now, with all this going on, though, let's talk about the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. So what I'm gathering so far, we've had a couple qualifying matches. Everyone kind of thought that they were going to have like a SmackDown Men's Money in the Bank, a SmackDown Ladies Money in the Bank, a Raw Men's. I think they're going to combine. I think they're doing 4 from each side of the roster, to my knowledge. Who I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let me know in the comments section below. But from what I'm seeing, that's what's kind of going on right now. But as for the women right now, Charlotte has got one of the spots already. A great match against Peyton Royce. Love Peyton Royce. I love her and Billie Kay on the main roster. And on the Raw side, match of the night last week, in my opinion. But Ember Moon managed to sneak a spot in there, which is kind of weird because Ember Moon beat Sasha Banks and Ruby Riott. So now we got no Ruby in the Money in the Bank, and we got no Sasha Banks in the Money in the Bank. And that's like, what? No Sasha in the Money in the Bank? That's crazy. Like, Sasha is a spot monkey. Sasha's kind of, I essentially deem her as kind of like the Shelton Benjamin in regards to money, like, into ladder matches. They're the ones that are going to do all the crazy stuff to get the crowd really going. Even though they're not going to win, she's the one that's going to fall like 50 feet off. She's the one that's going to go head first into the ladder. She's the one that's going to crumple into a ball on the ground. But I love that they're giving Ember Moon a push here. I love seeing Ember Moon in this match. I'm looking forward a lot to seeing what Ember Moon's going to do in this match. Ember Moon's great. I've loved her since day one. She's phenomenal. The first time I saw the Eclipse, just mind got blown. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ember does in this match. I don't see her winning it, but but it's good that her name is kind of out there right now. All right, I see you got some more stuff in the chat room. Let's check this out. I need Ember to do an eclipse off the ladder. The world needs to see Ember do an eclipse off the ladder. I hope she pulls out one of those 50-footers, like one of those just ridiculous, like the one where Edge speared Jeff Hardy off at WrestleMania like X7. I want to see that. I want to see that kind of ladder. Oh, like the eclipse is just so good. Like I don't even have words for the eclipse. It's a corkscrew stunner. Like how often do you get to see this stuff? But yeah. Ember Moon, I think, is going to do really good in the match, but I don't think it is her time personally. But it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about some other stuff. So according to all the dirt sheets, all crazy, there was 2 major injuries in the past little while in regards to women's wrestlers. So we're going to first talk about, boom, Charlotte. Oh, that's a great photo of Charlotte. Great photo of Charlotte. This was right after her surgery. I don't have the entire story in regards to her surgery. I heard numerous things, but the top 2 things that we got going on, apparently she had an implant rupture, which is horrible. Like, I've heard just many horror stories because silicone and saline, if that gets in your bloodstream, it can be really, really bad. And apparently she also lost some teeth during a match, too. Like, just, if both of those are completely true, I just feel so bad for Charlotte. Like, just nothing is going her way. She has a breast pretty much explode and her teeth get knocked out in the span of, like, I'm pretty sure the same night. I'm almost sure on that. But apparently her surgery went good, as you can tell by, there we go. As you can tell by the picture, she's doing well. She should be good to go in time for Money in the Bank. Is she going to win the Money in the Bank? As of who I'm seeing in there right now, it makes the most sense. But I'm also kind of concerned with what's going on with Charlotte in regards to this. She beats Asuka. Clean. Fine. Awesome. She loses the title the next night. Some chicanery. It's all good. But then the fact that Carmella beats her fair and square during Backlash, that's what I'm kind of confused about. Like, granted, I know they're trying to push Carmella as this new up-and-coming, like heel, like just the... But what does it say about Asuka? That Asuka loses to Charlotte, and then Charlotte loses to Carmella, so therefore Carmella is the best women wrestler in the world right now. I don't know what they're doing with Asuka right now. I had a feeling that once her streak was to end, she would kind of be lost in limbo, and that's what I'm getting right now. Unless Asuka ends up in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and she wins, okay, that'd be kind of cool, but as of right now, I feel really bad for her. Granted, I know she's not the best promo-wise, but in the ring, she's phenomenal. She's absolutely phenomenal. But said, still lots of time until Money in the Bank. Still lots of time until Money in the Bank. But echoing on the injuries, apparently Alexa Bliss also suffered. Talking too fast right now. I had an entire bag of pretzels and a whole cup of coffee prior to this. Alexa Bliss apparently suffered an injury during her match against Nia Jax at Backlash. I can kind of see where Nia, love her to pieces. She's really improving, but I still think she is a little bit stiff in regards to everything. Is this a legitimate injury? Are they doing it just to write Alexa off for a little bit of time so she can recuperate, so they can kind of rework the feud, rework her character? Who knows? But yeah, apparently Alexa Bliss was injured during that match. For how long? Who knows? But like I said, this does open up the Raw Women's division for some more stuff. So who knows where all this is going to go. Hopefully it does go pretty good so far. So Alexa's out, Charlotte's out. Who knows what's going to go on. So in regards to the main roster, like I said, we got the Women's Money in the Bank going on right now. It's going to be great. Who's going to win? Only time will tell in regards to that. But my only concern with this is, since it is a co-branded show, like I said, there's going to be a lot of big-name women who are going to be left out of this match. Like I said, as of right now, there is no Sasha Banks. As of right now, there is no Ruby Riott. As of right now, there is no Peyton Royce. And the list is probably just going to keep growing and growing and growing. Like I said, what if the Money in the Bank has no Becky Lynch? What if the Money in the Bank has no Bayley? Like, all these big-name people are going to be left out of this match, which means where do these women stand in regards to the entire thing? Like, I understand that they wanted to do the co-branding pay-per-view to lessen the pay-per-views, which is great. It gives us more time for storylines, but it's hurting kind of both shows. We're just having all these big-name people left off the show. Like the very last show, no Finn Balor. Kind of confusing there, But now we are going to jump ship to, in my opinion, my favorite feud going on right now in wrestling in WWE. It's on the NXT brand. I'm not just saying it because she's my favorite and I'm being biased, but I am loving the angle with Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai right now. I think that this is awesome storytelling. Oh, it's so good. It all started a while back during Dakota Kai's debut match against Shayna Baszler, where Dakota Kai pretty much got her shoulder just completely, and her whole arm just, oh, it looks so nasty. Kind of got ripped out of the socket, essentially, against Shayna Baszler, injuring Dakota Kai. And ever since then, Dakota's been absolutely terrified of Shayna Baszler. Like every time, like Shayna Baszler even comes close to Dakota Kai, she gets really uncomfortable. During interviews, when they're interviewing Dakota Kai, she gets really uncomfortable. Great character work by her. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Really good stuff going on with this angle. So ultimately, we know that this is building towards Dakota Kai eventually finding her courage to fight Shayna Baszler and ultimately win. Uh, Now, on the last episode of NXT, after an interview, they kind of, like ran each other backstage. Dakota Kai left. Shayna Baszler laughed. Camera panned up, and there was Nikki Cross laughing in the rafters. So Nikki Cross is the next challenger for Shayna Baszler, because I know they want to push the whole Dakota Kai storyline. Right, that's going to be a great match. I love Nikki Cross. I think Shayna is going to beat Nikki Cross, and then Nikki Cross will move up to the main roster. Because other than that, she doesn't really have a lot going for herself right now on this main thing. And then eventually Dakota Kai will finally get her courage and fight Shayna Baszler, and then Dakota Kai will beat Shayna Baszler. She'll be the new champion. She'll be kind of like the new face, because she's probably the most over female on the NXT roster right now, besides Candice LeRae. And then Shayna Baszler, of course, will move on. But I love this storyline. I love it so much. Just great character work by everybody. When I first saw Shayna Baszler in the Mae Young Classic, I didn't get it. The first two matches, I was confused as all hell. I was like, you do not make any sense. I do not get any of this. But after seeing why they were like it, why they were doing that, I loved her character work. I really like her as the bully heel champion. It's absolutely just amazing. I'm really biased towards NXT. Like every week, even if I miss her on SmackDown, I do not miss NXT. Like I said, it's an hour long. It's absolutely great stuff. Everybody on it is phenomenal. Some of the best up-and-comers are on this show right now, but I love this feud. Oh! The other feud I love so much is Johnny Tommaso. They can fight for the next 10 billion years, and I wouldn't care, because it is absolutely breathtaking. Back into the chat room, I see. Let's go. Ooh, yes. Yes, ironically, I don't know if you saw my tweet about this. Maybe you did. Yeah, a while back, I actually tweeted, like with Jazzy Gabbard coming back from her neck surgery, that maybe she could come in and be like the protector of the NXT locker room in regards to Shane, because like, yeah, Shane is beating up all the young people. Well, Jazzy Gabbard comes in and looks up. Yeah, like, I tweeted about this a while back, and I got a lot of love. Jazzy Gabbard actually retweeted my tweet in regards to this. But yeah, I said a great storyline would be like Shayna Baszler bullying everybody around, and then Jazzy comes in as the protector, which would be absolutely phenomenal. The crowd loves Jazzy. She is so over. It's not even funny. Like, even during the Mae Young Classic, even though she lost her first round matchup to Abby Leif, by the way, one of the best matches of the tournament. Um, but she came back a little bit later on in a tag match, and the audience just absolutely loved her. And apparently, she did get a contract, like a tryout contract. Tryout contract with WWE, but unfortunately, due to a neck injury, she had to kind of step aside from that. But from what I've been seeing on her social media, she is training again, so hopefully she will get her feet back in regards to that. But yeah, I would love to see Jazzy and Shayna fight. Oh, that'd be good too. Like I said, I like the Dakota Kai Shayna storyline right now, but if Jazzy was to step in, that would make it even spicier and even better, and I would love that too. I would love that too, yeah. I love everything about women's wrestling. Everything is great. I remember years ago, it was the bathroom break show. Like when their matches were on, me and my buddies would get up and walk away, and just watching it now, it's just matches of the night, matches of the night. I still watch Bayley versus Sasha Banks at Takeover Brooklyn the first time, probably at least once a week, because it's just that emotional like, just watching the match, I still get goosebumps and I still get, like, those heart palpitations. It was just such a beautiful, beautiful match. Another great match is, like, the Fatal 4-Way between the four horsewomen. Another great match. Um, the Triple Threat at WrestleMania 32 between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Oh, so good. So good. I just love women's wrestling. I just love everything about it. I love that there's all these up-and-comers coming up right now, and it's just something great to watch. All right, let's check out the chat room one last time. Exactly. No one would boo Jazzy Gabber. Nobody. And if you boo them, she would just probably come in the crowd just like break their neck. Yeah, no, I like Jazzy. And apparently, like, as a person, she's like the nicest woman in the world. Like just seeing like her interviews outside of kayfabe. Apparently, she's just such a sweetheart towards everybody, and everybody loves her backstage. She's just so well respected. All right. Well, I think that is about all the time we have right now. I said, like, not tons going on. A lot of stuff will probably get resolved as we get closer to Money in the Bank, which, by the way, is also one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. I look forward to see who's going to win it every year. And then I start playing that game. When are they going to cash it in? When are they going to cash it in? Even though Sami Zayn's not in this one day he will get his title shot. One day he will get his title shot. Love my coffee. Well, thank you guys so much for participating in the chat. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was awesome. We're bonding. We are bonding. Thank you so much for your support. Checking us on the channel. Subscribing. I know you are one of my subscribers, and I got you on my Twitter as well, too. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody out there. I don't know who else is watching tonight, but hey, I love all you guys so much, so much. As always, like I said, if this is your guys' first time here, please subscribe to us. We do this every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Except for, as you guessed it, pay-per-view nights, where, of course, we will always watch it after the event. But who knows right now with NHL playoffs and my team still in it, we are Canada's only hope. I might have to delay some of these things because, unfortunately, like, these are once-in-a-lifetime games. But yeah, if anything ever happens, I will let you guys know prior that I will not be doing the live stream. But yeah, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. And yes, remember, check us out right up there above on our Facebook and Twitter. Anyway, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles, and I will see you guys all next week.